Welcome to our next video. This is still chapter 1, section 4, order of operations. Excuse me one minute, I need to turn my fan on. Hopefully it's not too loud for you. Okay, so like I said, this is order of operations. I know a lot of us are already familiar with order of operations, so this might be just a quick review, but we do need to go over it anyway. So let's get started. Now, when we think about order of operations, we know our operations: multiply, divide, add, subtract, exponents, blah, blah, blah. Now, we say order because there's a specific order that these things need to be done in. Otherwise, you're going to get an incorrect answer. So, just like during the day at school, you have a specific order that you go to all your classes. You go Mat 1, Mat 2, Mat 3, Mat 4. And if you were to do those things out of order, it would be kind of silly and would be wrong, basically. Just like with math, you would get a wrong answer. It would be wrong. So it's very important for you to know to do these things in this specific order. A way that a lot of people remember the order of operations is PEMDAS. P-E-M-D-A-S, spells out PEMDAS. When I was in school, I was taught it using the acronym Please Excuse My Dear Aunt Sally. A lot of you might have heard this also. So basically what this means is the P stands for parentheses. However, not just parentheses. Yes, we use the P for parentheses, but this could be any kind of grouping. So what I mean by that is we've got parentheses, or it could also be brackets. Okay, so you just really need to pay attention and make sure that any kind of grouping gets done first. Then you would take care of all of your exponents. And then we have multiply and divide together. Now the reason these two are together is because these two can actually be done in whatever order they're listed on the paper. So basically from left to right. So even though it says multiply, divide, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to do it in that order. Divide could come before multiply, but only these two. Divide can't come before exponents or anything like that. And same thing with add and subtract. If subtract were to come before addition, you could do subtraction first. It's basically whatever comes first, left to right. Okay? So let's do a couple examples. We're going to do 87, 88, 89. This one. Yeah, we'll do that one. And this one at the bottom. Okay, so I've marked a few that I'm going to do with you in the video. The rest, obviously, are going to be your responsibility, like always. So let's get started here on number 87. We have 4 minus 3, and then the entire thing squared. So please realize 4 minus 3 is in parentheses, and hey look, any kind of grouping needs to be done first. So 4 minus 3 is 1, and 1 squared is 1. Okay, so let's go across here over to 88. 62. 6 squared divided by 6. Well, our exponent needs to be done before any division. So 6 squared is 36 divided by 6, which is 6. Let's go on down to 89. Once again, here are some parentheses that we need to do first. 17 minus 5 is going to be 12 divided by 3. 12 divided by 3 is going to be 4. Okay. Let's get into a couple more difficult problems that involve more than one or 2 operations. In 91, we actually have 3 operations listed here. We have addition, an exponent, and subtraction. So we need to go in order of our operations. So exponent comes before addition or subtraction, so let's take care of 4 squared first. Now, we're going to do something in the middle of the problem first. So the stuff on the outside, the 6 plus and minus 4, they just stay where they are. Nothing happened with that yet. So 6 plus whatever minus 4. Well, what is 4 squared? 16. And from there, you're just going to left to right, addition and subtraction. 16 and 6 is 22. Minus 4, which is 18. All right. I'm going to skip this one for a second. I'm going to go to 94. I'm going to show you another one that has parentheses. Now here, when these parentheses are right next to each other, what this means is multiplication. Multiply. So hopefully you guys know by now that when you see two things side by side like that, it's implied that you need to multiply. But before we can multiply, we need to take care of this parentheses first and this one. So 6 minus 5 is 1 times 3, which is 3. Okay, let's try some that don't have parentheses. So now you really need to be paying attention to your operations and the order they go in, because you're not going to have these little parentheses available to give you a hint as to what to do first. So let's look at 93. In 93, we have multiplication, subtraction, and division. Can I just go on from left to right? No, I can't. No, that's my finger. So we need to take care of any multiplication and division first, and then we can subtract. So over here, 5 times 5 is going to be 25, minus 10 divided by 2, which is 5, and 25 divided by, or minus 5 is 20. Let's try one more that does not have parentheses. Let's go down here to 98. This time we've got a couple things going on here. We've got, excuse me, a negative, another negative, and then we have division, subtraction, and multiplication again. So we need to, once again, take this one step at a time. Multiplying and dividing is going to come before any subtraction or addition. So let's take care of this division, left to right. Negative 10 divided by 5 is negative 2, minus 3 times negative 3. Well, we already talked about when you have a positive and a negative, your answer is negative. So now we've got negative 2 minus negative 9. Here we have that double negative again. And if you remember, double negative turns into a positive, and this is 7. Okay. I'm going to stop the video here, and you can go to part 2 for the back side of our notes.